Yo guys, Features Gaming here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today I thought I'd basically give you a kind of like informative video on how my COVID-19 vaccine went, because I've just gone and had my first vaccine, and I thought, because I'm autistic and a few people are kind of scared of the virus, I want to basically tell you how it basically went. And then there's another reason why I want to make this video, which I'll get into when we actually get further into the story. So we went into the vaccination center and we basically went to the car park, and we pulled up, put our masks on, and then we went to the front center thing. Obviously, I'm going to apologize in advance if I go off chronological order, because I didn't really make a script up for this. I just wanted to get this video out and try and get it out today if I can do, but I don't know how. I don't know if that will be accomplished. But yeah, I put my masks on because obviously I was super nervous about it as well. Like, because I haven't probably seen, people, being around it in probably maybe about a year. So it was a bit scary for me to, go into that sort of environment again. But yeah, so I actually had like a fully duty mask on, and then I had a blue one over it. So yeah, I made sure that I was like fully protected, and made sure that we took all the precautions in place, even though they were already taking precautions at the vaccination center. So making sure that I stood 2 meters away from people in the line that you get placed into. So we turned up at the vaccination center, and you had to, or we were waiting outside for some reason, but we made sure that all of us were socially distanced, and it was actually quite good to see people actually taking the 2 meter social distancing as well. Someone was approaching behind us, and they made sure to keep 2 meters back, and even I could tell that there were 2 meters behind us. So it was good to see people actually following the rules and guidelines. So there was someone at the front of the queue, and it was like, I don't know like if this is how they do it at other places, but he was quite, he was quite like a funny guy. He was just like, "So everyone, welcome to the Cave of Wonders. Just beware that something may be put in your arm." So he kind of made it sound like a walkthrough game, and to me as a gamer, that was quite funny for me, and I guess that kind of moved the nervous off it a little bit, because obviously it was he was trying to make it sound like a walkthrough game, which is what I mainly do. So it was quite funny to see that, or hear that, basically. So we went in, and obviously we had to fill out the paperwork. So yeah, made sure that I sanitized my hands before I went into the actual sports hall where they were doing the vaccinations. So we walked in, and we spoke to the lady at the desk to basically say, name, details, and everything like that. So we did that, and then we got placed into a line. So because of my autism, we did make sure that, we told the guy that, I have autism and I'm super nervous about it, because I was frightened about going out and, getting the vaccine. But I knew it was for a very good thing to get the vaccine. So hopefully in about, 3 months, I'll be semi-protective against the virus. I won't be fully immune, but I'll have some level of protection to the virus. So we basically spoke to the person, said, "Okay, can you go in just bay?" I think it was actually bay 1 we got placed into, because that wasn't that was supposedly the quickest thing. So we went into the thing. We were actually stood around, the same place for a while. And then the guy came up to us again and said, "I'm sorry, but we just had a dropout," or something like that, which was basically either the vaccination person going, just having to do something quickly, or they were doing a swap over of vaccinationees, or whatever they're called. So I'm just going to call them vaccinationees, which I probably shouldn't, as I'll say in a moment. So yeah, we did wait for quite some time, but it was only 5 minutes-ish, so it wasn't really too bad. So we kept waiting, and then we went into the bay. So yeah, I sat down on the chair in this cubicle thing, and obviously there's someone there asks you questions about have you been exposed or tested positive for COVID in the last 14 weeks? Obviously no, because I've not been out of the house. That was literally my answer. Literally, she asked me the question, "So have you been exposed or tested positive for COVID-19 in the past 14 weeks?" And I said, "I haven't left the house in 3 months." So yeah, I told her that, and she found that funny because she laughed. And so then, yeah, they asked me all of the tons of questions. And then it came to the vaccination thing, and I am scared for my life about getting needles jabbed into my arm. So I actually elected for it to go into my left arm. I don't know why, because it's because like my left arm is actually my dominant hand. It's what I used to, write with, and to play on with WAS and D. And for some weird reason, I just feel like it was better to go in that arm. So yeah. So the vaccination person obviously went to, he told me, like the possible side effects that you could get from the vaccination, which could be, I think it was like sore arm, or for like the end of today and tomorrow morning. There was something else, but I can't fully remember it. And you may have, you may feel quite grotty, like a kind of like flu thing, but it's not flu. It's just, a possible side effect of having the vaccine. Which I said, yeah, that's fine. And then, he did the thing. So the mindset that I kind of like put myself into, because I'm terrified, is I basically, like fully relaxed my arm, like fully relaxed it, made sure that it wasn't tensing up. And I literally just closed my eyes, looked away, and I basically just went into a dream of something. And then, so I felt the vaccine, I felt the needle going into my arm, but it wasn't like a pain, like literally, it wasn't even a pinch really. It was just like a slight poke. It literally all it felt like is someone just tapping me on the arm. That's literally all it felt like. It didn't, like, honestly, it didn't hurt at all. And then obviously he injected the fluid, I guess, the thing, whatever it is, into my arm. And I felt that, but it wasn't like a painful like thing. Like, to be honest, it was actually quite soothing. You when you like pour water on your hands and stuff. Like, it kind of felt like that, but like not all around. Like it was like going in thing. It's a weird. It's kind of weird to say, but like once you feel it, like you'll get what I'm talking about. So he did that, and then obviously then it was done, really. He just made sure that there wasn't any blood in or anything, and there wasn't, so that was cool. And then after that, the person at the desk told me, so how does it feel to be vaccinated by the main man himself? And you guys know who I'm talking about. If you don't, it was the chief medical officer of the country, Mr. JVT, the person who does the COVID-19 information thing on the TV in the press conferences. So, someone who works with our esteemed Prime Minister, if I can call him, on a daily basis, vaccinated me. And honestly, I feel privileged to do that. If I, being nervous and going to have the vaccination, knowing that I had it done by someone who invented not effectively invented, but kind of ruled out this vaccination program, was the person who injected the vaccine into my arm when I was scared for my life about this pandemic at the start. So I felt privileged to have been vaccinated by the person. I know that might not seem like much to other people, but then you think but then you you look back at it thinking, wow, as I said, it doesn't sound like much, but when you've been in that, thing, it's just amazing to feel like I'm kind of speechless that, it was the person that invented, or person that, rolled out this vaccination program, was the person who vaccinated me effectively. So it was the first one. I had to go back in a few months' time for my second one. I don't think I'll get the same luxury as, it being vaccinated by the same person. Yeah. I was honestly felt privileged to, be vaccinated by JVT, and all of the staff were friendly there. They were quite comedic as well, because when I said because one of the questions was, so are you free to have Mr. Jonathan here vaccinated into your arm? And at the time, I didn't know that, because I don't really watch the press conferences all that much, but I knew as soon as he revealed who he was. Oh yeah, he's the guy. So I just thought it was some, I just thought he was, some bloke named Jonathan, and I was just like, well, I guess it's good to have the person vaccinated who's trained with it. And then Jonathan went, yeah, I'm a little bit trained, and it's just at the time, I was thinking, okay. You know, I was just like thinking at the end of the day, well, really, what can go wrong, really? You know, like, you know, they wouldn't let someone inject you who didn't fully know what they were doing. So, so the vaccination went well. It's not hurting at all. I like, honestly, the only pain, well, it's not really pain, but like the only ache with my left arm is, you know, like when I hold my both of my arms up, it aches a little bit then. But it was like when it's resting like this, like it doesn't feel any different to normal. Like I'm pretty sure, you know, like I'll be able to play games and do everything, and it wouldn't feel a thing. So yeah. Honestly, guys, if you have autism or if you're just scared to have your vaccine, honestly, don't worry about it. When you go, just tell the people at the desk that, you know, you're very nervous, and they'll be able to assist you with anything you need, really, by trying to get you into a quicker queue if you can. And yeah, so definitely state if you have autism or some sort of, you know, Asperger's or something like that, and, you know, maybe we'll get fast tracked into a quicker queue. You may have, you know, you may be able to wait outside or something, and yeah. You will have most help that you can have done to you. So if you're scared about the virus, honestly, don't be worried. The people are there to help you, and they are very friendly at the end of the day. So that's one of the main points what I'm trying to basically get out in this video. If you're nervous for the vaccine, honestly, don't worry about it. I get it that you're nervous. I was nervous. I was frightened, but then I went and got the vaccine, and I feel completely fine. So yeah, if you are nervous, then just go for it. You know, you will be nervous. Everyone gets like that. I'm pretty sure someone who, you know, who's had vaccinations and like injections for, you know, like their life will still be nervous. So honestly, being nervous is a complete, you know, you are expected to be nervous, I guess. So yeah, honestly, don't worry about it. Just go and get it done. The main tip is just to relax your arm and mainly just not even think about it. So my mum told me that when she had hers done, there was someone actually distracting her. There wasn't actually that there for me. So what I just did is I just basically shut my eyes, just thought of something to, you know, take my mind off it, you know, just fully relax my arm, so, you know, the vaccine could go in very well, and, you know, nothing would be affected. So yeah, it went well. I don't think there's any complications. They would have said anything, and because I had the I think it's the what is it? I had the Oxford one, which meant that I didn't have to wait, because obviously I wasn't driving, so I wasn't driving home, so I didn't have to wait for 15 minutes. So basically, I went in, had the vaccine, and then just walked straight out. Obviously, we said, you know, thank you to the vaccination person and the person who was doing the thing. We gave an extra thank you to, you know, the vaccination, because then we know who it was at the time. So yeah, you know, obviously, I wish I could have got a photo with him, even though, you know, like I don't know how to put it, but like obviously photos weren't enabled. I didn't even take my phone. I literally just went with me. I didn't take anything else. So yeah, I don't even think you're allowed to, you know, take any sort of, you know, gadgets in there anyway. Yeah, you know, well, obviously you're definitely not allowed to take photos in there or anything. So yeah, I just thought I'd make this quick video about just basically telling you how my vaccination went, my vaccine story, I guess. And yeah, the only thing I just encourage you guys to do is go for it. Honestly, being nervous is completely fine. You will feel nervous, but when you get it done, when you just, you know, get into that mindset of, you know, just relaxing your arm, go into your own mindset, and, you know, take something, you know, like sensory or something if need be. But, you know, obviously make sure that, you know, it's you know, clean it afterwards, I guess. So, you know, you make sure that you don't catch the virus, and yeah. Just make sure that, you know, you tell the person that you're really nervous, and they'll be able to assist you with anything you need, like they did with me. So if you did like this video, then leave a like on it. That'd be awesome. And thank you very much. Also, make sure to subscribe as well if you are new, as I do daily streams here on the channel. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. But until then, take care and peace out. We're gonna go live. Living it up all night.